Pokemon's 25th anniversary set is itching closer and closer with every second, every minute, every day. And in today's video, we are talking about a leak we got a couple days ago. We've got some pretty cool stuff to tell you guys. Yo, what is going on, guys? Alien ESP are back in a video. And as I just said, as you guys saw the title and thumbnail of this video, in today's video, we are going over a leak for the 25th anniversary set that we expect to see around October time. But yeah, let's get right into it, baby. So the news, the leaks, the way we've obtained this information that we're talking about in today's video, we've obtained it from the Japanese sell sheet. Because believe it or not, even though Japan normally get their sets a good few months before we do, for example, they're going to get like Evolving Skies, all the cards from that before they got Shining Fates before us. They're actually getting it pretty close to us, and they did get their sell sheets. They still haven't got it. That is pretty remarkable, and I kind of like how they haven't got it yet, because we know none of the cards. However, we do have some good information that we did see from the sell sheets. So the sell sheets, I believe, are like the sheets that the shops get, just telling a few some information about the set, but not enough to spoil it. They don't want to say like all the information about the set because they know that this stuff gets published by the shops, etc. So they wouldn't want to like all out just say all the information. So what does this sell sheet tell us? So Japan is getting their Japanese version of what we do believe, and it's pretty safe to assume the 25th anniversary set on October 22nd. And in this set, alright, are you ready? There are 28 cards and secret rares. This set is looking very small, and it does link into a video I did a couple weeks ago talking about a leak we did get for the English side, talking about we're getting mini packs, essentially where we do get 4 cards a pack. This is unheard of. We've never seen it before, and I do think this will be very interesting. Another thing we saw on the sell sheet for this is the dummy artwork. Now, what is that? Essentially, to kind of hint and tease towards what cards will be in this set, they'll do a dummy artwork of that set. Essentially, it's not like the artwork. They won't like show the artwork for it. They'll show something basic. So for example, when the Rayquaza, that's a set coming out soon over in Japan, the dummy artwork is just like a pack. And then as the basic Ken Sugimori art of Rayquaza, and I'm not calling Ken Sugimori's art basic, by the way. I love his art, love what he's done for Pokemon. I really do hope he continues to work for him in the future. I mean, if we're talking about basic and bad art, I wanted a self-portrait of myself and end up making myself look like Steve from Minecraft. So if realistically, I can't talk when it comes to basic and bad artwork. But what is the dummy artwork of this set? So we saw a booster pack with Pikachu on. This is pretty expected, Pikachu being the mascot of Pokemon. We would assume he's got a big role to play in this big event and this big set. We also did see, so we saw Pikachu, we saw Dialga and Palkia. I'll get into them a little bit. And Zacian and Zamazenta. Dialga and Palkia being the 2 legendaries from the Gen 4 region, Sinnoh region, and Zacian and Zamazenta being the 2 main legendaries of the recent games, Galar or Gen 8, Sword and Shield, whatever you'd like to call it. But 28 cards plus secret rares, is this a bit disappointing? I've seen a few people saying, these 28 cards better be huge, better be massive, because if you've got less cards, you need the quality of those cards to be higher, because if the set number's lower, you really do need the set to pack a punch. And I don't think Pokemon will let us down on this, fingers crossed. Anyway, it's the 25th anniversary set. They can't afford to mess this up. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event, A company only has its 25th anniversary once, you don't get it once every 5 years. It's just for that first 25, obviously. How much will a pack cost in Japan? We have seen it'll be 297 yen. That is 100 more than the usual pack, I do believe, what people are saying online. A lot of people are finding this interesting. Does that mean all the cards in the pack will be holographic? Maybe, or maybe it's just a bit more of a premium set. Maybe this set will feature like cards which are a lot more popular, a lot more popular Pokemon, bigger Pokemon, bigger names, Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo, etc., etc., Espeon. No, I'm joking. But back to what I was saying about the dummy artwork with Pikachu, Dialga, Palkia, Zacian, Zamazenta. A lot of people were thinking we'd see like a base set, a reprint per se, or for example with Evolutions, maybe an Evolutions reprint, but in the style of Neo Genesis. What do I mean by this? Well, with Evolutions, it was kind of not a base set reprint because there were differences. For example, Evolutions had Reverse Hollows, base set obviously didn't. Evolutions had EX's, base set obviously didn't. Base set had Hollow, Blastoise, Venusaur, Alakazam. Don't think they made the cut, unfortunately. Evolutions didn't. Mewtwo was a hollow and a base set, wasn't in Evolutions for whatever reason. There's a bird outside my house being really loud. I really hope that doesn't pick up on camera. Back to what I was saying, a lot of people were hoping that for the 25th anniversary set, we'd see a remake of either Neo Genesis, Fossil Jungle in the style of Evolutions. So a lot of the cards are similar, very similar artwork with reverse hollows and probably some V cards, since that is the ultra rare for the Sword and Shield era generation. With the dummy artwork and the card the amount of cards in the set, it's safe to assume that this probably won't happen. We're not going to see them redo Neo Genesis with 28 cards, and then they're not going to then promote it with Dialga and Palkia, because they weren't even a thing with them. And Zamazenta and Zacian, those are Gen 8, so a lot of people are wondering now, how does it link? What I'm seeing a lot of people saying is these 28 cards going to be like not a top 10, but the biggest hit from the eras. So for example, we're going to see some of the big hits from base set, then we go to Gen 2 Team Monsters, like a best of kind of. That's why they're advertising multiple generations, so we're going to go through all the gens, and I think this would be pretty cool. I'd actually quite enjoy to see this. Mainly the one reason why I'd love to see them reprinting cards from other eras is I feel like WotC itself has so much attention on it, and I feel like if they did this, the attention would move to other eras. What do I mean by this? Well, if you look at Gen 3, the Ruby and Sapphire era, that's the era that just started right after when WotC stopped. That is the era that kicked off straight away. The first set Pokemon printed on its own, I do believe, was EX, Ruby and Sapphire, and those sets, believe it or not, as they are old, they are rare, they don't have much attention to them. And that EX era, Gold Stars, don't get me wrong, have plenty of eyes, plenty of attention. There was a boom, I believe, on E4 with the Gold Stars. That may be a reason. I don't really know too much. I'm not on E4. If you know how to get on E4, let me know. It'd be cool to join. I think it's invite only. But back to what I was saying. So if it was like a best of era, maybe, showing cards from all these different eras would bring a bit more attention to it, which I think would be really cool. There are so many, I don't know if I said so like that, so many cool sets in the hobby which barely anyone knows about. For example, Heart Gold, Soul Silver era with the Prime cards. Barely anyone knows about the Prime cards, I'm sure of it. You can go on eBay and most of the Prime cards are 10, 15, 5 even pounds. The most expensive ones being the Mew, and there's Gengar, which has sick artwork, and then the Espeon, Umbreon, Espeon, Mad Boy being one of the great cards yet again. Back to what I was saying, I would love Pokemon to do a best of series, because it would just give a bit more attention to cards which maybe not a lot of people know about. I think this is great. I think this will happen when we see the Gen 4 remakes. People may look at the Gen 4 sets, the level X's, so for a bit more attention is put on that era. That is great, because I don't see a lot of people talking about that era in the first place. But back to what I was saying, looking at the 28 cards and the Pokemon's being promoted with the dummy artwork, the Pikachu, the Dialga, the Palkia, the Zacian, the Zamazenta. This kind of screams to me, at least, if it's not going to be a best of series, there's not going to be too much nostalgia to it. Evolutions was a huge nostalgia rush for all those 1999 kids, and I feel happy for them. That is pretty cool, and it was a cheap alternative. If you couldn't afford a base set pack like a lot of us, then you could go out buy Evolutions. The artwork was very similar, it did mimic it. That is, I believe, the main reason why we did see over the 2020 Logan Paul boom. I'm sure it'll have a cool name in the future, but for now that's what we're calling it, the 2020 boom. That's why Evolutions, I'm sure, went up, because instead of having to pay these ludicrous prices for the base set packs, you could just go out, buy a more modern pack. And it's not ultra modern Evolutions, I'd say it's kind of more modern, because it is XY. XY still is pretty new, but it is a cheaper alternative. If you can't afford a base set pack, buy an Evolutions pack. Yes, the artwork's not the exact same, not all the cards are the same, but it is very similar. The artwork mimics it, and I would say you can get that nostalgia rush from it easily. But Dialga and Palkia being Pokemon on this dummy artwork, this is just an obvious scream because of the games. We know at the end of 2020 we are getting Sinnoh remakes. At the beginning of 2021 we are getting Legends Arceus. That'll also be sick. Can't wait for Legends Arceus. If you guys want me to play those games on the channel, let me know. I will be doing that for you, of course. But yeah, I do think they will try to intertwine Gen 4 Dialga and Palkia with this set to help sell the games a bit more. That's perfectly normal at the end of the day. Pokemon want to increase the sales for those hype games. But yeah, we do already know as well, when this set does come to English eventually, do believe we're going to see it at the same time as Japan, which I think is great. We normally see Japan getting these sets months in advance. Then that's like spoiling the cards at the end of the day, because we do see them. So I think we are getting the English version at the same time of Japan, around October. We know in the English side, at least, we are getting these 4-card mini packs. I think it is safe to assume that when this set releases in Japan, this set will also have the 4-card mini packs, mainly because you're not going to see Japan doing 10 cards per pack when the set is 28 cards plus secret rares. That'd be so repetitive. You'd be seeing like the same common like 3 times in a pack. One thing we do also know with that released on the same day with the sell sheet was that we're getting an up and coming Mew set. It's going to have Mew VMAX. That's pretty hype. Mew is very popular, up there with Mewtwo as well, so I'm pretty sure that will be cool. Also tease that Mew VMAX is going to be very, very powerful. So for all you players out there just like me, I'm sure that'll be cool. I'm sure they'll also give Mew an epic alt art. You know, we've seen Pokemon dishing out these alt arts, and I really do hope they continue to, because I love them. At the end of the day, back to the 25th anniversary set, we don't have enough information on that Mew set yet, but when we do, that video will be coming out, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But back to the 25th anniversary set, are our expectations too high? Throughout this year, Pokemon weren't talking too much about this 25th anniversary set. They were keeping it under the radar, and that just left people to speculate even more. You know, with Pokemon not talking about it, the theories were just running wild, like I don't even know what. But a lot of people saying, oh yeah, Neo Genesis remake in the style of Evolutions. I thought that was going to happen personally, but based that it's going to be 28 cards, I don't think it will, which I don't know if I'm upset about that or not. If this is something totally new, I think that'll be cool as well. I just don't really want them to do a Fossil or Jungle Nerf if you like those sets, but I wouldn't really like for them to remake those sets in the Evolution style, because I just feel like we need to give the other gens a bit more love. You know, those are Gen 1 Pokemon in that gen. Yeah, they're cool sets, I get that. I'd probably prefer Neo Genesis, you know, as I was saying earlier, giving a bit more love to other sets. I know Neo Genesis is known, but come on, let's just share the love a bit. Gen 1 gets all the love, let's allow some other gens to get their time to shine. I know Gen 2 is my favourite gen, so I'll be biased, but yeah, I think that is great. Now, a lot of people online, I've seen a lot of people saying this, that the 25th anniversary set is a bit of a bust. I don't think so. I really think this year has been great so far. I think that will continue to, especially with Eevee Heroes. That really helped the sales in Japan. That set was sold out. We haven't seen that in ages. That set had unprecedented demand, let me tell you, for a Japanese set. I couldn't believe it when I saw all the prices for the Japanese version. I thought it was like an early or late April Fool's joke. I just couldn't believe it. But a lot of people are saying, is this year a bit of a bust, you know? People are saying, oh yeah, the 20th anniversary was so much better. You know, for example, for the 20th anniversary, we got Pokemon Go, huge game. I also do believe we saw Pikachu on the cover of Time magazine. How cool is that? Pikachu on the cover of Time magazine, a huge magazine. That was so cool, and I wish they did something like that. But hey, who knows? We are only halfway through the year. I think that's something a load of people are forgetting. Maybe they are Pokemon, maybe they are saving all the great stuff for the end of the year. But I'm seeing a lot of people online going, oh yeah, this year wasn't too good. You know, Shining Fate had a bit of hype to it, was a bit of a bust, and I kind of agree with that. The prices on Shining Fate on eBay, they're like baby shinies are £1-2 each, apart from like Suicune, that's really high, and I get that Suicune is a cool Pokemon. Then Battle Styles, people saying that's a bit of a bust. Personally, I like Battle Styles. I think it's a really cool set, but however, I do understand it doesn't have those big hitters. It doesn't have a Chase Pikachu like Vivid Voltage. Doesn't have a Charizard like Champion's Path, and I do get that. Realistically, I think I only like Battle Styles because my favourite Pokemon happened to be in it. Empoleon's always been one of my favourites. Tyranitar's always been one of my favourites. When Pokemon announced Urshifu and Cubchoo, I thought they were so cool. So I totally get, you know, I try to be as open-minded as possible. So I totally get that some people may not like Battle Styles simply because of the fact their favorite Pokemon may not be in it, and that is totally fine. But the English Eevee Heroes, when that does come to English, we know that is coming in Evolving Skies. I really do think all those people saying, oh yeah, this year isn't too good. I feel like when Evolving Skies comes out, that opinion's just going to do a big old 180, and like that Dua Lipa song on TikTok, Don't Start Now, I like the song, but I think their opinion is just going to do a big old 180, you know. That set is going to be so amazing, you know. We're going to see the Eevee Heroes paired with Rayquaza, a huge Pokemon. I've said this all the time on this channel. I'm saying a load recently with all this Rayquaza hype. I'd say Rayquaza is the Gen 3 Charizard. What do I mean by this? We all know Charizard is Gen 1, obviously. A lot of people name Lugia as the Gen 2 Charizard, and if we're going down this thing of naming Pokemon as this gen of Charizard, I'd say Rayquaza is the Gen 3 Charizard, if you like to title it like that, because it is a very popular Pokemon, you know, legendary. Rayquaza's shiny is so cool, that black and gold, I really do think it is phenomenal. And then the Gold Star Rayquaza, we see that card selling both raw and PSA 10 for Sky amount. Pretty sure that is the most expensive Gold Star, and I think it is well deserved. But Espeon definitely should be the top, because we all know it's the best Pokemon. But apart from that, but yeah, there's all for me in today's video. For comment question of the day, what do you guys think the 25th anniversary will be? I think it'll be a best of highlight series, you know, seeing like some of the best cards from all the gens. So base set Omega, like a Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur Hollow. Then moving on way to Gen 2, maybe like Lugia. The starters, obviously, I think the starters would be a good pick. Back to Gen 1, I think they'd redo possibly the Mewtwo Hollow. the end of the day. And then the rest of the gens, you know, the EXs. When I say EX, I don't mean the XY black and white either. I mean like the lowercase ones. I think Pokemon really did hurt their branding when it came to naming like EXs twice. You know, we've seen the XY either the ultra rares are called EXs but capital, but in Gen 3 they're called EXs but lowercase. I don't really get that, you know. And if you want to purchase some of those Gen 3 EXs with the lowercase I was mentioned, if you go on eBay and type in Pokemon EX, it's just flooded with XY cards. So I think there's a bit of hurt branding, but hey, Pokemon is Pokemon. They managed to pull themselves out of it because they're magnificent at their marketing at the end of the day. But yeah, make sure to answer comment questions. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think, what is in this set, because at the end of the day we still know nothing. I think this is so cool. Pokemon is just keeping this like a big old mystery. We do not know what is in this set, and I really do hope they don't mess it up, because as I did say, this is a once in a lifetime moment for Pokemon. But yeah, I've been Alien ESP. You guys have been the best. I'm the best users on YouTube, and I'll see you in the next time. Peace.